Hi guys, this is Justin from survivalreviews.com, and what I have today is an unboxing of the Hi-Point Firearms Home Security Pack. This one includes the Hi-Point JHP45 pistol, and it also includes the little lockbox that you can lock the pistol in and keep it safe from, whomever may be inside your house. Actually, what I'm going to use the lockbox for is for my car, my vehicle. Some places I'll go, it'll say that I have to have my firearm locked up in the car. Rather than just putting it in the glove compartment and locking that, I'll secure the lockbox under my seat, and then I'll put the firearm inside of that. So wanted to do an unboxing, open this up, and show you what we've got inside of it. First thing you'll see is the box for the pistol. You can see that it is the Hi-Point lifetime warranty model JHP45 ACP firearm, and I already took this sticker off, but normally the sticker's on the gun. This little orange sticker says you risk death or injury handling this firearm. The first impression when you open up this box and you see this pistol, at least for me, was, wow, that thing is huge. This is a large pistol by any stretch of the imagination. This is a very large pistol. So I'm going to get into the unboxing of the pistol first, and then we'll talk about the 18 gauge lock box by Snap Safe that comes with this. I will tell you that the home security pack is going to cost you a little bit with the 45 pistol. It'll cost you over $200, but I did find it, and that's the MSRP. I did find it online today for less than $170. So for less than $170, you're going to get the model JHP Hi-Point. I think that's jacketed Hi-Point. I don't know. You guys are going to have to correct me on that, what the JHP stands for. But you'll get the 45 ACP pistol, one magazine, you'll get the lockbox. And that's under $170, which is a pretty tremendous deal. So getting into what's in the box, I'm going to set the gun down here for a second. You've got a ghost ring sight, which is a little plastic sight, and what you can do with that, trying to get rid of the glare here on that, you can, boy, I'm doing a crummy job filming that. You can replace the standard 3-dot sights that are on the pistol. You can replace the rear sight with the ghost ring sight if you want to do that. I took it out so you can see it. And that would just go in there, and you could have ghost rings on a little plastic. It's made out of plastic, a little ghost ring sight where the rear sight sits right now. Then it also comes with what Hi-Point calls a dual lock LOK system, but it's really just a trigger lock, is all it is. Dual lock. You guys are probably needing to take Dramamine by now, probably making everybody motion sick by putting that up on the camera like that. So let me check the firearm. We'll make sure that it's unloaded. Take out the magazine. I'm going to rack it back. Nothing inside. Nothing inside the magazine. There's nothing inside the breech of the gun. It is unloaded. It's safe. And what you do with this trigger lock, or this dual lock as they call it, You put it into the trigger guard like so. Of course, this was easier to do before I started filming. Okay. Put it in there like that. You're going to pull the other side up and push it in. Everybody will recognize this if you've got a high point pistol or you've got their carbines, great carbines. This is their dual lock adjustment or wrench adjustment tool. You notice that the lock has two little holes there. You've got two on the wrench. You're going to put that in there. You're going to push it in and then turn it clockwise a half turn until it locks. Now the gun is locked up and you can't get to the trigger. To unlock it, you'll insert those little prongs back into the holes, push in, turn it counterclockwise a half turn, and it should pop out if you've done it correctly. The button pops out and then it pops off. So that is the dual lock trigger lock that comes with it. I don't know anybody that uses trigger locks, but you can if you want to. It's included as part of the gun. You get a little yellow empty chamber flag, and you also get an instruction sheet. The instruction sheet has their warranty. It's got some information about how to protect the firearm, how to clean it, and how to keep it safe, how to disassemble the firearm, and it's got this little diagram here in case you ever need to order some other parts from High Point Firearms. That is what's in the box for the JHP45. Put that away. So let's go over some of the specs for this gun. The barrel is 4.5 inches long. The overall length of the gun is 7.75 inches. And then the weight is going to be 35 ounces. So this is a very big gun. It's a very heavy gun. If you compare it to the Springfield, you can see how much smaller the Springfield is than the High Point. Springfield's considerably lighter as well. The High Point has a single stack magazine that holds 9.45 ACP rounds. This Springfield has a double stack magazine. And you can see with this is a SIG P229, another gun that I carry. You can tell that it's smaller by at least an inch than the JHP45. And this is another carry gun of mine, 1911 SIG Nightmare, and it's much smaller than the JHP45. So this is a very large handgun. In fact, I want to show you just from the top viewing this. This is a 45 1911 Nightmare. This is the JHP45 by High Point. You can see that the thickness there, it's almost twice as thick, this gun. I've got the calipers here, so let's see how thick this thing actually is. If I can get my calipers to slide open here. Alright, so it's 1.4 inches, almost an inch and a half thick. And if we look at how that compares to another 45, you can see that There's a lot of space difference there. Yeah, you go from less than an inch to an inch and a half. This is a big, heavy firearm. I don't want to say that you couldn't conceal it and carry it. I will say though that I would not carry and conceal this. Although I will tell you one thing, and I'm not trying to bash High Point because I think that they're great guns for the price. I feel like I could beat a sperm whale to death with this gun if I really wanted to. Like if the gun ran empty, I could beat a grizzly bear with it if I needed to, or I could, you know, build a log cabin with it. It is a beefy, heavy gun. In fact, it outweighs my SIG. This is my SIG P229. It outweighs my SIG by about 14 ounces, and I even have the tungsten guide rod installed in my SIG to make it heavy for follow-up shots, to make the recoil less. This is a 40 S&W, and this gun is heavier than that. This is a Taurus Judge. This is the Magnum version. I'm going to unload it here. So this is the Magnum Taurus Judge, which means it has a 3-inch cylinder and can shoot the 3-inch shot shells. And you can see it is a little longer than the High Point 45, but look at the thickness. The High Point 45 is almost as thick, well, I can tell you exactly, as the cylinder on my Taurus Judge. And I don't carry the Taurus Judge concealed just because it's so large and heavy. Yeah, so the cylinder on the Judge is just a little bit, get it on there again, just a little bit thicker than the frame or the slide on the High Point JHP45. And the weight of the guns, I would give it to the High Point. The High Point's a little bit heavier than this Taurus Judge, believe it or not.